want to make a wet palette.
Just gonna leave it running. Try again.
So you want to make a wet palette? Well, you came to the right place. I'm going to show you how to easily make a wet palette with stuff that you can just find probably lying around your house. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified of any time we're coming out with a quick tip clip video coming your way. All right, what's a wet palette? Well, a wet palette is the perfect answer and the most amazing thing to help keep your acrylic paints from drying out while you're painting your cosplay. So you don't have to waste paint and you mix a color and then it dries out before you can even finish painting with it. All right, so you can buy them on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below if you don't want to make your own or if you want to get one that has kind of a lid and it's all compact, a little bit smaller. But if you're like me, the first thing I started off with, I made my own wet palette and it worked out great. I'll probably get the one from Amazon because it might be a little bit easier and more compact. But basically, a wet palette has a like towel sponge type of material underneath the palette with a plastic or trace kind of thin trace paper on top that allows you to be able to put your paints on there, and then it keeps the paints from drying out. It doesn't allow the air to fully dry out the paints. So, without any further ado, let's jump into how you can create your own. The things you're going to need are
somewhere.
Okay. Start with a cookie sheet or some type of tray. This could be a plastic cafeteria tray. Don't go stealing plastic trays from your cafeteria. But if you happen to have one lying around, cookie sheet. Most people are going to have those around the house. A rag, shop rag or something like that. Something that has a decent amount of absorption. And some parchment paper. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Most things people have in a kitchen. I've got my FOMO tub of water here. Great thing about FOMO is you can reuse these tubs for all kinds of things in your cosplay, for your cosplay needs. I had the thought today, I wonder if I can even take my my leftovers to work as a Tupperware in this, but it was just a thought that I had today. All right. So take your cookie sheet. You're going to take your rag, lay that in your cookie sheet like this. Take your water and pour that all over. Let it soak up into this rag. Okay. And it's okay if there's too much. It's not a problem. You just don't want too little. Get this nice and soaked in, and then once that's soaked in, I'm just gonna right here on the end just kind of dump out the excess. Okay, and then grab our parchment paper.
So is this like paint or something? Is it all wet? Yeah, it's all wet.
Yeah.
So there's just
this is all wet. This is just some stuff that's kind of been stuck to it, and it.
Just our gross towels.
Okay, so take your parchment paper. Hopefully yours is the dog laid on this and kind of messed up my parchment paper. Parchment paper, wax paper, something like that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more. Alright, lay that down, grab yourself a pair of scissors, and just trim this down to fit. You can actually, and I actually have some over there on the shelf, but you can get parchment paper that's already the size of cookie sheets. That might be a little bit easier. I think I used wax paper when I did this before. I don't know how much of a difference there is, but they both work. And then essentially you pull out your paints. I'm not going to put a ton on here because I'm not actually painting anything, but right, pull out your paints. And then you can go ahead and, you know, mix your colors, do your different things. Get ourselves a nice purple here. And then we can paint a nice happy tree.
Purple tree.
But yeah, so then like this will just stay, like it won't dry out. It's gonna stay great like hours and hours and hours. I used this the other day. I literally painted all day long and my colors didn't dry out. So something you do want to do, you don't want to like have your paint sticking up super high. You want to keep it kind of more of a wide, low profile, and that'll help keep it like all nice and moist the whole time. So there you go. That's how you make your own wet palette. Hopefully that was helpful to you. I'm going to become Bob Ross that paints purple trees. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. If you like this video and you're excited to be able to create a wet palette of your own, go ahead and give that this video a thumbs up. And let me know, if you haven't yet, what's your greatest challenge that you face when it comes to getting into cosplay or cosplaying or working on your builds. I want to hear from you. We want to hear your the biggest challenges you face so that we can find answers, or if we know the answer already, put it in a video, and hopefully you'll see your question answered in an upcoming video. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. Cosplay on, my friends. See ya.